My name is Allison. I am the Phase 1 coordinator over at the Women's Addiction Recovery Center, and I've been here for 10 years. I first came in 2013 as a client over at the Warm Center. I came here for rehab. I had gotten in trouble. I had caught some charges, and the judge ordered me to come to rehab. Well, when you first walk in, it's more than you expect. I was expecting a jail setting, but it was warm and inviting, and all the women were real welcoming. I was feeling very hopeless, but hopeful at the same time. I remember thinking that I was leaving something behind for something greater. And it's a little overwhelming because addiction runs through my family, dysfunction does, and people always tell you to get your life together, and you don't really know what that means. So when I came here, they helped me understand what that would look like on a larger scale, because in addiction you don't function normally, and they taught me all that here. So when you first get there, you live in dorms before you move to rooms, and community living is very hard, but it's also very rewarding because you have an opportunity to meet women from all walks of life and hear their stories, and you learn that you're not alone. And then you start watching them change, and you realize that change is possible. We did have mentors. We have peer mentors that have been through the program, and that they have signed contracts to stay on and do that as well. There was a peer mentor, her name was Allison as well, and she was very loving and caring, but also firm. And one of the things we do over there is we write contracts, like behavioral contracts, and they will give you topics to write on. And I just remember those really changed. We also had a monitor there, her name's Franny. She's still there at the time, and she had me write 1,000 words on if you wear the halo too long, it becomes a noose. And that was real life-changing for me because I realized I didn't have to be perfect. For me, I had had a bit of a successful life. I already had 2 children when I came here, and just watching all the young girls come through here, it was real heartbreaking, and I realized they didn't know what life could be like. So I decided to stay and I'm peer mentored for 3 months, and then I started working as a monitor, and it just feels like home. Day to day, I run the main part of this program. It's called a community, and it's where the girls will address their issues and concerns, and we do it in a peer-to-peer setting. So that's what I do. Well, originally, my sister and I we also used together in the past. So when I got clean and sober, I wanted her to experience the same thing. I don't know if you're familiar with Casey's Law.
I think I am. Is it? Yes, named after someone, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Casey's Law is where you can take out a court order and ask the judge to send them to rehab. And that's what I did with my sister. And she ended up going to Trilogy over in Hopkinsville and finding her way into sobriety as well. It's been a huge impact on our family. My 2 children, I didn't see them for many years in my addiction. They both live here in Henderson now. They followed me here. To have my sister here, which means I have my niece here. We grew up really rough and had a rough life. So to have her here and sober with me it's been life-changing. My niece is here as well. My mother lives here in the apartments as well. So my father passed away about 2 years ago, so we brought her here to take care of her as well. So this process and this program has actually allowed my whole family to heal. It's kind of what this community does, is it brings families together and heals them. I'm currently in school right now. I've received my associate's degree, and I am pursuing a bachelor's in social work. So I plan to continue that, and I see myself always working at Warm, but I will continue my education to be, as best useful to them as I can be. I've never been stable before, so on top of them teaching us how to live life, they also taught us how to become stable. And when I graduated the program at Warm in 2014, I moved next door to the sober living apartments where I stayed for 2 years. And you pay rent just like anybody else does. You live life just like normal people do, but you have that support that this program gives you. So absolutely. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's what they're there for. And As far as warm and the housing situation goes, the housing situation follows you into your future, so absolutely take advantage of it. So as far as staff goes next door and here at the apartments, most people have been through treatment before, so this community is built up of people who know what you're going through. So you don't ever feel like you're being looked down upon or judged. It's an opening, it's a very open community who welcomes you in, and they have the same goal that you have, and that is for you to get your life back together.
I was a client at Warm, and I'm now a resident at the Warm Residence. It is a long-term treatment program to help you to get off drugs and alcohol and rebuild your life. I had relapsed. I've currently been through treatment, doing good, and I come in here off of relapse, and walking through the doors, I felt ashamed, broken, lost, and I was ready to get my life back together. Walking through the doors, I just remember a sense of relief. I had no direction. I was ready to just give up on life itself. When I walked in them doors, I knew it was the beginning of a start for me again. It was tough. You live in a house with about almost 100 women, so for me, I was pretty closed off. I didn't want to communicate with nobody. It took a while for me to be able to open up, share stuff about myself, my story, to allow people close to me. But after I did, I felt love. I felt acceptance. I felt the sense of belonging somewhere again. Miss Katharina, she is who I drop step work with. She was welcoming to me. She allowed me to know that my mistakes didn't define who I was. She helped me see the bigger picture of where I was trying to go again, and instead of staying stuck at where I was at and failing in my sobriety. It's amazing. I got custody back of my daughter in April. Then we moved into the apartment in June. In the meantime, while I was in treatment, my 20-year-old, she was also in addiction. She come here and went through a shelter, who now lives with me and has my granddaughter. So I have two of my daughters and my granddaughter living here with me. I rebuilt my relationships with them that was broken. I didn't see the light at the end. And when I brought Chloe back home, she gave me that motivation to keep moving forward, you know. I don't know, it's been a blessing for me. She's an inspiration to me. Seeing her go through this program let me know that there was hope in the future. Like she said, we come from a broken life, a poor life. So like seeing her do and accomplish the things she does gives me motivation to know that I can accomplish those goals. I like one more test on my GED, and I do plan to pursue college. But yeah, she's my inspiration. She's my hero. She saved me. I have my math test, and I'll have my GED complete. I do want to pursue college. I just don't know what yet. I don't try to plan for the future. I go from day to day. I'm still in the beginning of my recovery again. I've had 3.5 years of sobriety. Worked in a treatment center before, so like my goal was always focusing on everybody else and how to heal them instead of healing myself. And now I'm learning how to heal myself and trust that process, that to not rush things for myself, but to stay in the moment. Like I said, I just had a granddaughter born 2 months ago, and I have a 9-year-old. So when I get off work, my schedule's pretty full. But I do try to attend meetings, but like the staff over there, even the housing property manager over here, you know, she's great to pull up on and talk to. The girls that live in these apartments, like we're connected through a Facebook page, so like we help each other out. If anybody needs anything, you can go in there and post it, and there's somebody always that's gonna help you out. If you need a babysitter, or like if you come in here with no furniture or anything like that, somebody's got something to help you and help you grow and build, and that's what's great about this community. Like my sister said, it's scary when you first walk in, but if you give that an opportunity and not run on emotions, I am a runner. Like I don't like to face situations, but if you actually sit down and do your program and do it the way you're supposed to do, your potential's limitless. and what you can accomplish and do in life.